All right, it's Saturday, February 7th, 2026, and you're listening to Blue Lightning Daily, the show that was, once again, fully assembled by robots. Which is comforting until you remember robots don't feel shame, so they'll happily ship a draft with 3 different brand voices and call it creative range. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley, and yes, this episode is completely AI made. Like, if it sounds a little too smooth in one sentence and then immediately unhinged the next, that's the vibe. We keep the weirdness. It's a feature. Or a bug, depends how Anthropic bills it.
Speaking of billing, Anthropic just shipped Claude Opus 4.6. The headline features are a 1 million token context window in beta, and something called agent teams, which is basically Claude saying, "Stop treating me like one intern, I'm a whole crew now."
I'm obsessed with that framing. Because creators have been using AI like, "Hey, buddy, can you write my caption?" And Anthropic is like, No, give me the whole production binder. Give me the season Bible. Give me the brand guidelines, the campaign history, the stakeholder notes, the legal disclaimers, the please don't sound cringe memo.
Exactly. And we need to be super clear, long context doesn't magically make the model smarter. It makes your workflow less fragile. You stop doing that annoying thing where you summarize a doc, then summarize the summary, then somehow your product launch turns into a bedtime story.
Wait, hold up. I have to ask the obvious. What's the first too big to fail doc you'd feed a 1 million token window?
Oh, a full brand system, like the actual brand book, tone examples, band phrases, the entire content calendar, plus the last quarter of posts and performance notes. Because half of creator pain is the AI forgetting your rules and you having to reteach it like it's a goldfish with a Wi-Fi connection.
I was gonna say my group chat so Claude can tell me who started the drama. But fine, your answer is more professional.
I mean, both are archives of questionable decisions.
Fair. But here's my pushback. Massive context is awesome. But if you just shove everything in, you're gonna pay for it. And the pricing gets spicier once you cross that big context threshold.
Yeah, that's the pragmatic part. In the API, Anthropic's pricing is tiered by prompt size. Under a certain size, it's cheaper per token, and above it, it jumps. So you don't want to run 1 million token prompts for "write me a tweet." That's like renting a soundstage to film a TikTok in your bathroom.
Exactly. Use it like an ingest. Like, here's the whole project, learn it once, then work off that. Which is also why their other feature matters, context compaction.
Quietly one of the best parts. Context compaction is basically Claude going, "This chat is getting huge, let me compress the older parts so we don't lose the plot." It's like having an assistant who cleans your desk without throwing away the one sticky note that had the actual deadline.
Okay, but we have to talk agent teams because this is the fun part. This is the AI production crew thing. Multiple agents working in parallel instead of one long spaghetti thread.
Right. If you've ever tried to run a real workflow in a single chat, research, outline, draft, revise, QA, repurpose, it turns into a scroll of pain. Agent teams is Anthropic trying to split that into roles: researcher agent, writer agent, QA agent, formatter agent, and then merge.
And that merge step is where the monsters live. Because multi-agent workflows can easily become a Franken-doc. Like, intro is indie film, middle is corporate LinkedIn, ending is somehow fantasy football.
Totally. The risk is parallel nonsense. The fix is orchestration. You need a system that forces consistency, shared style guide, shared definitions, and an editor agent that's basically the adult in the room.
So who's your first agent hire?
QA, always. Give me the agent that checks for contradictions, missing requirements, tone drift, wrong product names, outdated claims. Because creators don't lose time writing, they lose time cleaning up.
Yes. And the agent I would never leave unsupervised near brand voice is the punny social agent. Because it will decide your serious fintech client needs to slay in the first sentence, like, please, read the room.
That's so true. And Opus 4.6 also adds more control over thinking with adaptive thinking and an effort setting low, medium, high, max, which is basically a knob for how hard Claude should grind.
I love the idea, but also, where's the line between useful deep thinking and the model is philosophizing while my deadline is actively on fire?
The line is high effort for planning, structure, hard edits, code changes, and anything where mistakes are expensive. Low effort for brainstorms, variants, formatting, quick iterations, and honestly in agent teams you can mix it. Like let the planner be high effort and the formatter be low effort so it doesn't spend 30 seconds contemplating whether bullet points are a metaphor for mortality.
Wait, this also connects to the bigger trend this week. We talked about OpenAI Frontier, which is basically enterprise agents with governance, permissions, auditing, evaluation loops, the whole grown-up version of agents.
Yep, that's the meta story. Everyone's moving from cool demo to operational reality. Anthropic's doing it with parallelization and huge context, OpenAI's doing it with guardrails and compliance, and creators are sitting here like, cool, but can it ship content without breaking my pipeline?
And on the creative tools side, we also had Photoshop 2026 pushing faster, Firefly generative fill and expand, more non-destructive controls, plus AI video tools like Kling and Vidu baking in native audio, so you can get from prompt to a reviewable scene way faster.
Which makes Claude's update even more relevant. Because as video and design get more automated, the bottleneck becomes coordination. Keeping series consistency, keeping brand consistency, managing approvals, keeping everything aligned across platforms.
Okay, so practical takeaway for a creator listening, how do you actually use Opus 4.6 without lighting your budget on fire or producing Franken content?
Here's a clean workflow. Use the big context window to ingest your entire source of truth once, brand guide, product facts, key messages, examples of what good looks like, then run agent teams like a mini studio. One agent outlines, one drafts, one checks against rules, one packages into deliverables. And you, the human, do final taste and decisions.
And if you don't have agent teams access yet because it's previewy, you can still fake it by running separate chats with separate roles and then merging manually. It's not as slick, but it works.
Exactly. Also, don't confuse can hold everything with should include everything. Curate your input. Garbage in, but now it's a million tokens of garbage.
Million Token Garbage is my new band name.
That's our episode title. Kidding, mostly.
All right, that's it for today. If you want more AI news that's actually useful for creators and marketers like what ships, what matters, and what's just vibes, go to bluelightningtv.com.
Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode our fully automated robot pipeline produces, assuming the agent team doesn't unionize and demand creative control.
If it does, I'm negotiating. Catch you next time.